Number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Well, you heard it. The Family Talk is live, and Nigeria's number one for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. And it is indeed the Family Talk with the Tekes. And family is everything, like you heard in that introductory piece, as you already know. Yesterday, we started a conversation on one of the biggest topics in our society, and one of the biggest happenings or conversations that we never have, but happens to us at home, in relationships, in marriages, and among siblings, between colleagues or amongst colleagues. And the word is gaslighting. We started to talk about gaslighting yesterday, and Andrea and I, were able to lay the foundation of what it is all about. We gave an understanding of the effect of this emotional abuse. And we also did a bit of examining gaslighting behavioral examples. We also had an analysis of the basic tips on, dealing. Or maybe that's what we focus on today, dealing with gaslighters, how you deal with a gaslighter. But for those who missed out on the conversation yesterday, let me remind you, first of all, it's 11:11. That's what the time says. That's 11 minutes past the hour of 11 o'clock, just in case you are wondering what the time is saying. I know you checked your clock right now. Yeah, that's right. And let's get back to what gaslighting is. Gaslighting, it's a form of manipulation that occurs in abusive relationships. It happens when an abuser tries to control a victim by twisting their sense of reality, turning their mind. A good example of gaslighting would be a partner doing something abusive and then denying it happened, or turning it around and letting you feel like you're the one that is you're the cause of it. This mainly occurs in dating and in marriages a lot. All right, because it's someone you love that can control you that way. So toxic people use this type of emotional abuse to manipulate friends, family members, and sometimes even co-workers. One of our callers yesterday pointed out a very vital aspect of gaslighting, which is between parents. Our next topic after this would be career choice, parents and career choice. We'll talk about that on the Family Talk. And that also, you will see how parents can also use gaslighting. They can gaslight their children in making choices or imposing what the kind of life, the kind of decision they think they want for the child. And I know some parents will be like, no, it's my child, I can decide. But that's another conversation. So how you identify if you're being gaslighted or is gaslighting is that after communicating with a person gaslighting you, all right, you're left wondering if you are okay. Like even your mind, your brain know they work well. Maybe something is wrong with you. You think it's Lagos that has made you mad, so you don't even understand yourself anymore. This will kind of like confuse you, put you in a confused state, and then you start questioning your sense of judgment. You question your mental health. You'll be like, am I fine? I don't do wrong, mad? That kind of thing. It's more or less like a station. Do you know the feeling you get when you call your analogies? Picture a station where you are okay. Maybe you went to work, or say you're a painter, or you work and your work pushed you to be dirty. You're wearing something dirty, and then by mistakenly there were some mad people that ran from Aro or from Yaba left. They ran away from there, and they're on the streets with tattered clothes. And Collins, stick to the topic. Okay, let me finish this. And then by mistakenly, they pack you together. You that are normal, they pack you together with the mad people. They now take you to Yaba. You know that feeling? You're trying to explain, say, but I'm not mad. And somebody is telling you, no, you're not mad. My friend, shut up. That's how mad people talk. He said, no, I'm not. See, I'm normal. I'm okay. My name is this. They say, no. That's the kind of feeling you get when someone is gaslighting you, and then you're like, Abi. So if you are caught in that kind of situation where you are mixed, you are blended with mad people, before long, you yourself, you start saying that, Abi, am I mad? When you shout, I'm not mad, you shout, you go mad at yourself. So that's the effect that gaslighting can have on you. People twisting the conversation, twisting the happenings, twisting the events in your face, and make you feel like you're crazy. Now, if you do this unintentionally, as a person, you get to twist, you get to talk about you're Mr. Right, you are Mrs. Right, there's nothing wrong about your position. You have to, if you know that some of the things we're going to talk about today, or things I've said today about gaslighting, are things that you engage in, you might need, as an individual, to seek professional help. And you have to admit, first of all, that it's a problem. There's so many other steps you can take, which we'll get into it, and we'll get into that. But I want you to also remember that this emotional abuse can take a number of different forms, like we mentioned yesterday. And this include you constantly arguing. You don't say no. When people say, you can argue, it's not a good thing. It could be you're not okay. You don't know. Yeah, it's not a good thing that you're always arguing. Are you always arguing? Is it maybe? Oh, how do you know? How do you know you're not a gaslighter?
Because I don't insult people. I don't do certain
It's
things.
not by insult.
Arguing doesn't automatically make
See, you're arguing now.
No.
You know what? You want to
But
twist.
you're calling me what I'm not.
You want to
I'm
twist
trying
the
to
thoughts.
defend myself. Defending yourself is
You
not
want
gaslighting.
you
I'm
want
not
to twist my mind now. I'm saying. Anyways, arguing, criticism, especially destructive criticism, criticizing constructively. Everything is bad about you, about everything you see. And those are also ways of, forms that you realize that, look, you are either a gaslighter, or you are suffering from gaslighting, or somebody's gaslighting you. All right. And isolation, refusing individuals, when they want to manipulate someone who you're gaslighting, they refuse you from. Let's say you're in a relationship now, like Ruth now. The boyfriend is stopping Ruth from seeing the mom, they're talking to the mom, stopping her from sharing her personal story, creating an impression that the mom is evil. Oh, the brother is evil. And Ruth is now buying that small. Before you know it, Ruth is like, Abi, everything's wrong with these people. They are now enemies. See, they are witches. Or turning you against your village people. Because we have now made village people to be evil people. Meanwhile, they are good village people. You understand what I'm saying? So they try to turn you away. Those are the signs where you realize that the person is always talking about, and he cannot say anything good about a certain situation or something. These are signs that you are being gaslighted. So guys, now that I've explained this, let's ask a number of questions. Do you think you're being a gaslighter? Would you like to seek help? In relationships specifically, which is our focus today, do you think that your relationship, your partner is a gaslighter? It is not reporting your partner. It's about us discussing it so that we can find a solution. Remember, topics like this, we always finalize it with having expert opinion or show you in the direction of where you can find help. Have you been gaslighted? Or have you experienced gaslighting before? From what you've heard with your partner? Are you experiencing it right now? If you experienced it before, how did you deal with it? Do you have common examples that you want to share with us so that others who would like to learn would learn on the Family Talk today? Well, you go ahead. The time is now. The number to call is 0700 993 993 993. 0700 993 993 993. That's the number. If you're a lady, you can call 01465 7190. 01465. Ladies, your numbers are back. Your number is back. 01465 7190. 01465 7190. For ladies only. And for everybody, you can call 0700 993 993 993. That's the number. Well, we have Roland as the first caller on the show today, and we're talking gaslighting. Roland is calling from Anthony. That's on the mainland of Lagos. Hi, Roland. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. Collins, right?
Yes, that's my name, Collins.
Okay,
Teke.
what's up, Lagos?
Cheers to life. Welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to speak on this gaslighting thing.
Go ahead.
I'm speaking from a place of professionalism and experience.
Fantastic.
One-on-one encounters.
All right.
You see, most of the time, this gaslighting thing is an effect of an underlying issue. Especially when you're talking about narcissistic personality disorders, bipolar disorders, borderline personality disorders, and other ESP personality disorders as well.
Great.
It's quite complex because gaslighting is not something anybody is born with. It's a defense mechanism to prevent people from accountability and responsibility, taking accountability and responsibility, especially in relationships. It's a defense mechanism because before you're being gaslighted, you have put yourself in a position where you are being known for example, being truthful, and somebody wants to question your
sincerity.
Yeah. For example, I can tell a child, say a 5-year-old boy, the boy tells me, Daddy, I went to the supermarket yesterday and I went to buy ice cream. And then I then question the child, are you sure? That's gaslighting. Because you have questioned his reality. Now, parents spend the next maybe 18 years doing that subconsciously, most of the time, unknowingly to their words. And you repeat that consistently. That child picks it up.
That's right.
That is why I said it's not something that any child is born with. It is a learned negative behavior for self-defense.
Wow.
See, a lot of when we come to this family relationship thing, most of the time, you said we should ask, well, how can this be stopped?
That's right.
The thing is that a lot of people don't know who they are. Especially when it comes to relationships. And because of that, a lot of people enter into relationships because of stupid things like intimacy, affection, attention, love, sex. These are things that if you can give to yourself first, you make yourself the priority of that relationship first.
That's true.
You make your purpose in life the priority first. You will be able to have standards, boundaries, principles, values, and virtues that stand against gaslighting because you will recognize it immediately.
That's right.
And the moment you recognize it immediately, you call it out in the person. I don't like what you said. I don't like that you're questioning me this, that. I don't like it. The person will not want to do it again. You stand your ground until the person gets the point.
That's right.
That you are not one of those that can be manipulated or deceived.
That's right.
Because, Collins, this topic, I was in I'm going to make it very personal. I was in a relationship 3 years ago.
Okay.
And then there was this lady we're dating. At first, she used the... She was so into me, blah, blah, blah. I felt loved. Oh, boy. This girl is good. Then she started the devalue phase. She started devaluing certain aspects of me. That, she was talking, and small thing, she would look for fight. And this devalue phase spanned about 2 years.
Wow.
Then, after the devalue phase has reached a point where, on my own end, I could no longer supply what she was looking for, then the discard came. The breakup was brutal. I'll tell you the truth. It's not something that a man should go through, but I went through it. Then after the breakup, the discard, she then started to hover around me again, like, what's up? What are you doing? Hey, at that point, I was, you know what they call rage? You know what they call rage? That, okay, I'm going to treat your mess up now because I now know who you are. But you see, I was studying this thing in school, and I came to a point where I was told that this person who is employing these gaslighting tactics, manipulation tactics, all these things, 99% of the time they are not aware because the damage was not done in adulthood.
That's
the damage was done in childhood.
Well said. Thank you so much, Roland.
I would have to speak more, but there's no there. But there's no time. What's up, Lagos?
Go ahead. I mean, since it's
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm enjoying. See, you're speaking of 90% of the things that, I mean, if Andrea was here, she would say exactly the same things, because it's a conversation. It's as if you're in a room where we're having plannings for this conversation.
Okay.
I'm just listening to you like, wow, go ahead, I'm enjoying it, because what you're saying is making a lot of sense, and this is not a topic that anybody can jump on. So, speaking from that perspective, I really appreciate the thoughts that you've shared. So, conclude your thoughts. What would be your advice right now to someone who is out there and they are getting to understand what gaslighting is and how it's affecting them, whether from the perspective of the gaslighter or being gaslighted or lit?
Okay, I will speak first from the perspective of the gaslighter, the person with the syndrome.
Yeah.
If the person is an adult,
yep.
I don't want to say that there's no hope for change. Mm-hmm. But most of the time that change is difficult because they never admit that they are gaslighters.
That's right.
You remember, you said something first. They always want to prove they need to be right.
Yeah.
Now, there's an acronym, sign language. It's called, if you challenge their point of view, they employ 4 tactics: shaming, insult, gaslighting, and the need to be right.
That's right.
Okay, or let's remove that G. Let's change that G to making you feel guilty because they need to be right. So that's sign language. It's like there's a genetic code in them that has been encoded to employ that tactics anytime you challenge their integrity to lie.
Yeah.
Or you hold them accountable or responsible for their bad actions.
That's right.
They just employ that. Now, that is a sign to the person being gaslighted that this person, first things first, you cannot win an argument with somebody who is exhibiting that syndrome.
That's right.
Forget it. There's no point having an argument. So the best thing I always advise people who are in this situation is that the moment you notice that somebody cannot agree with you amicably, end the conversation. If you cannot end the conversation, the most important equation to that argument is you. Remove yourself from the equation.
That's right.
Or else, if you continue, the person will beat you with experience, and you will still go home with a mental disorder if you do not have one already.
All right. Thank you.
It's not a case of trying to make peace. You don't make peace. You avoid.
Great.
Because your mental health is at stake.
That's right.
Sometimes you may be driving and you be...
Nobody did my shop. Why this person is still for me now? Wahala no dey finish. Only bees.
And now you understand, we're getting more broad and broad understanding this gaslighting thing. This could be the major problem. I have a feeling, and I'm sure that Andrea will agree with me, because she'll be joining shortly for the next few minutes. We're trying to connect to her. But that this could be the biggest problem relationships and marriages face, especially couples face. Because once one person has the syndrome, the gaslighting syndrome, it's difficult to have a conversation. And how can a relationship survive without conversation? People ask us from time to time, "Oh, Collins, how do you guys do it?" We don't have plenty of experience, but I know a bit of what we do. Is that we talk, we have conversations from a place of humility. But if you have gaslighting syndrome, you may not accept, you will not listen, you always want to defend yourself, you always want to be on the right side, you don't want to be perceived as you don't know it. Every conversation, even if it's business conversation, somebody's bringing an idea, you're already making the person feel like no, you already had that idea. That kind of thing. Like you already had the idea, you've been in that situation before, you know it, you have said it before. You just play down on what that person is saying just so you can be perceived to be the one who has the idea, or not to be seen as a person who does not know it. Nobody knows it all. No one is a repository of knowledge. What's up, Lagos? We all learn every day. Hi, what's up, Lagos? Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Oh, I am Folake calling from Isolo.
Wow, welcome.
In fact, the last speaker just spoke at my mind.
Okay.
I'm a retired person. I'm 60-something.
Wow, wonderful.
And in fact, it's like he wrote a script about what has been happening to me. And I've really learned a lot from him.
Wow.
So I want to say thank you very much. You and your wife, you are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
In fact, this is just an eye-opener. Manipulations,
Yeah.
a typical case of gaslighting.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless you, Madam Folake from Isolo. All right, Andrea joins us shortly, but let me take some messages. You can send a WhatsApp to 0809-597-5805, 0809-597-5805. Now, good morning, Collins. Please, where is Andrea now? I love you guys. Oh, you know, you have become my favorite couple on radio. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Andrea, you hear from her shortly. And on the topic, please, I choose to be anonymous. Hi, Andrea.
Hi! Oh my God! The one.
Yes, I can hear Zain to Zain is live. It's a joint live. How fun, huh?
I do. So, oh my goodness.
That's right. So
I heard what the last caller said, and just like you said, it's basically what we have. We where we're doing the planning and everything of the show.
Yeah.
It made absolute sense.
Man, Lagos has missed you anyway. You will say hi to
I miss Lagos.
They won't chop me raw. I was keeping messages like, hold on now. It's my wife, excuse me. Can you miss someone than me? You know, like, stuff
hello.
like that. Anyways, let me take the next question, a message, and then we'll have you, jump on it as we proceed on the show today. Well, this is a good friend from, he says, good morning, Collins. Please, where's Andrea? She's here on the line. He said, I love you guys, and you have become my favorite couple on radio. On the topic, please, I choose to be anonymous from Odu-obi. Collins, you just opened my page on this gaslighting. My husband is so gaslighting me that sometimes I do think maybe something is really wrong with me that I don't know. He abuses me anyhow he likes. Then he keeps malice for days. The worst is doing that before my stepchildren, and that incites some kind of enmity between me and the children. He is someone that never goes wrong at all. He will always manipulate me each time I try to express myself about the way he abuses me.
Wow.
He said, we can never agree amicably on anything. That hurts my emotions a lot and affects my health. I only try to make myself happy listening to you guys on radio. Wow.
Oh, wow.
You see?
Wow. I mean, it's really unfortunate. A lot of marriages, a lot of relationships are actually going through this struggle right now. And just like what the first caller said, some don't even know that they have that syndrome.
That's right.
And like you said, it's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
They're trying to secure probably their ego.
Yeah.
Their what's it called? Controlling nature. Trying to preserve their power, so to speak, hold their power, in their partner. So, I mean, it's something that has to be addressed. And I'm going to share some of the signs. If you are being gaslighted and you're not sure that you're being gaslighted, some of the things or side effects that starts to show in your emotions, I'm going to share with that shortly. But I think we have calls, don't we?
Yes, we do. We do have calls and some messages coming in. And a very vital point that... let me take this message first before we move on. What's up, Lagos? Collins, I totally agree with the last caller, but I'm of the thought that there might be a professional aspect of gaslighting. For example, in the police, when they use it to extract information from suspect. What do you think, Osi?
Oh my God!
Who are you? Hello, Osi. Police what? Anyways, that could be true from that perspective, but we're talking about.
No, that's different though.
Yeah, it's different. criminology.
Yeah, they use it's some kind of skill that they use.
Yeah, it's different.
But it's different from gaslighting.
We're talking about relationship. Those who will make you feel like they never go wrong. And I mean, Andrew. I mean, Roland also made a statement, which is something we've talked about having a proper self-discovery. I mean, knowing yourself as a person. One of the ways of defending. Knowing to be able to identify if you're being gaslighted or you yourself, you're gaslighting. You can tell if you know yourself. And I know that you talk about having a right self-concept.
Self-concept, exactly.
I mean, you're big on self-discovery. I mean, what role does it play? Like in this, I'll do that in the interview you, but
it plays a lot. I mean, don't interview me, Joe. But I mean, it plays a very huge role.
Yeah.
It plays a very huge role because at this point, you know yourself to a certain extent. You know when somebody is manipulating you.
Mm-hmm.
You have this strong self-concept that tells you when you are not being yourself. You understand yourself well enough to say, nah, this is not me. Somebody is trying to manipulate my emotions here. This person is trying to manipulate my decisions here. This person is trying to make me feel less of myself.
That's right.
And you see, when you already understand who you are, you already come to the consciousness of self-discovery.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it easy for you to identify your own side. That's from the gaslighting or the gaslighter's angle right now.
Yeah.
You get to know some aspects of you, some of the things that probably your childhood has affected you, and it's also displaying itself in your adulthood, so to speak. So it's very, 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 very important to undergo the journey of self-discovery, knowing yourself.
All right, well said, man. I totally agree with you. Let's get to the call. Just hang on there. Let me take this call. Hi, good morning. What's up, Lagos? You're sounding far away from me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, it's better now. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Innocent calling from Ikeja.
All right, Innocent, let's talk gaslighting.
Okay, gaslighting. I actually came across the word for the first time yesterday when you and your beautiful wife were talking about it on radio.
Andrea, okay.
So I had to think outside the box. We are just talking about relationship, marriages, siblings, parents and their words or children. What about pastors and congregation? What about religion? Because over time, most of the time we go to church and we feel vulnerable, and most of the time the head of the church or head of these mega churches have been gaslighting their members for donkey years. Don't you think it's another conversation we need to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, it's a broad conversation. We're narrowing it to relationship because we can pick each area and identify it, from here.
Okay. Let me even talk about the gaslighting as it relates to religion and also relating to relationship and marriages.
Okay.
Some pastors will actually gaslight the wife or the husband, and they will come home and they will start, they will start mimicking those words, because no one is bigger than his mind. No one is bigger than your mind. You cannot do better than your thinking. Your thinking is highly proportional to the information you live by and live with.
That's right.
So if somebody is gaslighting you always, you tend to look to yourself and say, am I really what this person says I am? Are you sure I'm not even a failure? So it's a broad topic, like you said. So I'm really happy for this conversation you guys just started, and I'm really researching deeply into it.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for speaking with us. Andrea, I have a message before I get back as we continue. Quickly, this one says, this is the best topic you have treated so far. My relationship was an epitome of this topic. She made me question my real me.
Wow.
She rebuffed most of what I said, and sometimes she will call me and inquire for my personality. That's because she thought otherwise about me, and she believed that whatever she said is right, and your opinion is an experience she has already had. Stanley from Ikotun.
Oh wow.
I mean,
more
times 1 million.
I didn't tell you.
Let me take another message here. Well, what's up, Lagos? I want to be anonymous. I was very happy when you guys brought up this topic today. It's I've been going through a lot of emotional trauma. My wife used to gaslight me every single time we're having a conversation. To the extent that when we are having arguments, my wife tells me in front of people that I argue blindly. Man, that's in the pain.
Oh, no.
The pain. Well, good morning. I'm enjoying your program, Mr. Joe from Ogun State. Wonderful topic, he says. Another WhatsApp says, Zane, will you keep quiet there? All right. Hi. This man says, hi, the Tekers. Jojo from Ikorodu. My husband is a gaslighter.
Oh, wow.
Since I noticed this, I also intentionally developed some small madness to defend myself. So it doesn't get to me because I don't allow it. We come love each other like that. I know, but it can affect you mentally.
Yeah, I mean, how long can you keep trying to defend yourself? How long can you keep trying to maintain, without calling them out for who they really are? How long would you sustain that?
All right, and there's a message. My name is Joe. Have you heard of? Okay, I'm going to get back to that message. Okay, he said what? He said, have you heard of the word narcissist? We mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
These people are suffering from personality disorder.
Yeah.
It's all about supply for them. They target empaths like to manipulate. Now they first of all love bomb you, then they devalue. After a while, they have discovered a new supply. Then they discard you. They discard you. It's leaving you devastated. When you notice this from anyone, run for your life. They don't change. It's people like that don't change. Hey, it's scary if it's true that they don't change. It's scary, Andrea.
It's tough. I mean, it takes a person seeing that they have a fault somewhere for them to start, accepting change. But people who have this syndrome don't realize that they do have an issue to be addressed that needs change.
Yeah.
That's what makes it difficult for them to change.
Right.
Because they cannot see that they have an issue. And that in itself is very disruptive.
That's right. Someone say is provocation. Additional from Matogun says, is provocation a part of gaslighting modes?
Sorry?
What is provocation? If provocation is a part of gaslighting modes, I don't know.
Nah, anybody can get provoked now.
I mean,
anybody can be provoked. Gaslighting is like a tool that some of the people who have this syndrome use to manipulate their partner, use to manipulate their colleagues, use to manipulate people around them who they somewhat see some kind of vulnerability. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah,
for
totally.
instance, a partner who, God forbid, me and you now, and then because I love you, there's a soft spot I have for you.
Yeah.
And you know that I have that soft spot for you, right? That already in itself is my vulnerability. So sometimes, or most times, these individuals who have this syndrome, who use gaslighting as a tool to manipulate the other, feed from the vulnerability of their partner or their colleague, or person who seems like who has a softer, who has that vulnerability. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Totally.
Yeah, so that's how it works.
Now let's bring it personal a bit. But do you think that we have gaslighted each other one way or the other?
I think so.
I think I have. I think I don't gaslight too many times. Like
me too. I feel like I don't gaslight you too. Oh my god.
Let's take some messages and then some calls and then get back to this. I know people want to hear. So don't think that we only pass. It's a major issue that if any two people where people are gathered together, it can happen.
You can.
It's like Holy Spirit. Anyway, what's up? Okay, we lost that call. Hello, what's up, Lagos?
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Who's on the line?
Yes, sir. I remain anonymous.
All right, great. Let's talk.
Okay, there is a message that you read a few minutes ago about a woman who was saying her husband always disgrace and talk to her, and doesn't give her chances and that.
Yeah.
Please, there is an adage I want to, or a parable.
Okay.
I said in Yoruba that Agbejo enikonda agba oshikani. For such a woman to be saying that, it is better for one to hear from the husband as well. Before one can join into conclusion.
That's right.
Because it is easier said than done.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right.
I
don't like, but the meaning of that proverb, can you explain it small?
That if you don't hear from one person,
side, okay?
Then you not just
you make a judgment. That's
as
right.
As long as the husband is not a mad person.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate
you. Are you listening?
Yes, we are listening.
Are you listening? As long as the husband is not a mad person, for him to be giving that such an attitude, there's something that is happening.
That's right.
Someone hear from the angle of the husband.
All right.
Before you can weigh the two together.
All right. Okay. You say he wants to be anonymous, but we can read between the lines.
But I'm wondering, why is he defending the man? Do you know the man?
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Andy. I think this see, it's new to so many people. I think something just dawned on me from the messages and the comments and the reactions on the calls that a lot of people are in this. I never knew what it was called.
Absolutely.
So we just named it today, and a lot of people are finding themselves guilty in it. So there'll be the tendency of people trying to defend their side, which of course is part of the signs that gaslighting syndrome is in the mix. Always defending, always being right. Now, one key thing that is like a take home for me and everyone, I hope everyone out there, is the fact that having a strong self-concept, knowing yourself, understanding yourself. And I've heard you mention a couple of times that understanding yourself is not just your experience. It's not just, it has to do with, your values, who you are, what you stand for. So if a person does not even know what their value is, what they stand for, who they are, it will be difficult for you to deal with this gaslighting. I'm telling you. Yeah. And it's a tough thing.
That's true. And then, I don't know, quickly, before we go, I wanted to share some of the signs if you are being gaslighted, that if you are the victim.
Okay.
Some of the signs that you find yourself attributing or, displaying that would, help you realize that you are probably a victim to gaslighting.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of it that is you start feeling inadequate. You feel inadequate. You keep second guessing yourself. You assume other people don't value.
Are you there? Oh, we can. As soon as we can have that back, have Andrea back, we should have her to conclude. Our first point was you feel inadequate. You start thinking that people don't value you, and those are some of the signs. And it will be a very crazy situation. Please, guys, if you can call Andrea back, we appreciate. Get her back on the line. And if it will be a crazy situation if two people are gaslighting themselves and they don't know. It'll be it'll be one of the toughest homes to live in. It'll be one of the biggest problem that the marriage will face, or the relationship will face, since we're narrowing it down to relationships and marriages. So guys, I want us, whether or not we talk about everything today, I want you to take out time and find out details about gaslighting and how it affects, how it works, the kind of manipulation, and how it can affect you, and how you can be, exhibit gaslighting without knowing, so that you can start putting one or two together in your own personal experience and address it. It is not a time to come and say, I know it. My wife has been gaslighting me. And without looking at yourself, I know it. My husband has been gaslighting me, without looking at your own side. All right. What if you have been doing the same? All right. And if these signs, I really love to have Andrea back. These signs, like we mentioned, you always want it to be, for those who are gaslighting, who are on the other side, for those who are the gaslighter, you're always right. You never seem to admit ever that you don't know anything. You always want to validate. You always want to prove to be seen that perfect. You know, you do something wrong and you can't admit it. That no, I've done something wrong. It's difficult for you to do that. Instead you change it and say, you know, you are not wrong. You are telling the person who is telling you that you're wrong. Obviously you're wrong, but you are telling that person that no, the person's perception that is wrong is the way they are looking at it, from the angle they're looking at it, is what is wrong. If you're always like that, you have gaslighting. You might have gaslighting syndrome. All right, Andrea will be connecting with us back shortly.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, great. Quickly, yes, you are giving us some of those signs to show that you are a victim of gaslighting.
Yes. So part of the things I said was you start feeling inadequate, you feel like you're not enough, you start second guessing yourself, you start feeling as though people don't value you because the one person, now in the context of marriage, in the context of relationship, or even whatever, you know, somebody who you value, somebody who you respect does not give you value, does not see you as valuable. So most times you get to think that other people as well don't see you as valuable. Yeah. Another thing is you struggle to make decisions for yourself. You depend so much on this person who has been gaslighting you or manipulating you to make a decision. You find it difficult to stand up for yourself most times because this person who you value, who you respect, who is also your gaslighter, who you are the victim of, you always look up to the person. So it's difficult for you to, make decisions for yourself or stand up for yourself because this person is always downplaying, the best part of you.
Wow. Man, these are serious issues. Just like the last caller said, please, I want to tell you guys to tell us how to overcome the issue of gaslighting.
Time is fast spent.
We're running now. There are a lot of messages. I swear. This one says, this topic it looks like we're going to have another part. Maybe we'll move it Thursday, first hour. I don't know, Sha, but we'll plan it and have more thoughts and more opinions, especially from experts in different fields that have to do with dealing with this kind of emotional abuse. Now, the topic is serious. Is a serious one. The Tekes. My parents, especially my mom, gaslighted me all my life.
Oh,
you know, it got to the extent that I subconsciously believed that everything wrong was my fault. Either I did something wrong or I failed to do something. Do you know that when there is no one to blame, such persons get as far as blaming objects for their mistakes? That they get to blame. There's nobody to blame. They just blame.
That's true. That's actually part of the signs of a gaslighter.
It's a biblical scripture were used for all manner of emotional blackmails.
Wow.
By the parents. That's what he said. He said the implication, I discovered that I got into relationships for the wrong reasons, more like for emotional attachment, substance, and hence I had to detach myself so I could recover.
Wow.
He said another thing is, even as an adult, my opinions are seen as insults. Hence, I keep my distance.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Are you there? Anyway, she's still with us, so we'll be hearing from her. So I was reading a message from this gentleman who said that he was gaslighted by the parents from all through the adulthood, especially the mom. He said, even as an adult, my opinions are seen as insult, hence I keep my distance. He said, yet the mountain always find a way to come to a hiding Muhammad. All right. He said, I'm afraid of marriage because I'm scared of my kids having the same experiences. Do you know, he says, that I am highly esteemed, valued, and praised in every other place except my family. Ha! I know that feeling. He said, I know if it counts the number of curses where I don't hear from my parents. If you are not a disgrace, you are a disappointment. That's how the parents speak to them. He said, or is it the uncountable public shaming I receive? He said, I never did anything for myself. Everything was about caregiving. Wow. And that validates the point that it starts from homes. All right, another one here. Here in Africa, religion is very strong because the followers are being gaslighted by their leaders. Gaslighting is a powerful tool to suppress the weak in perception. He said our form of politics in Nigeria is a product of this instinctive weapon. Discover yourself before you are gaslighted. Gaslighters are on the increase, and that's like the biggest advice you can get today. All right, guys. It doesn't look like we're going to end this conversation, but our time is fast spent. We have to make way for some other things to come up. You know, it's Nigeria Info, so it's all day talk. And we're going to have more conversations coming up. After us, you'll be listening to The Sunny Side, which will be coming up right after the news. So we have to wrap it up right here as we leave. Andrea didn't get to tell us a bye-bye. If you can connect with her, it's fine. If not, then that will be it. Let me squeeze in a call or two before we say a bye-bye on the show today. Hello? All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
Thank you. I want to play just a minute.
You want to play just a minute? Lucky you. So all the talk
Yes,
about talking about gaslighting now, no concern you. It's just a minute. Okay.
No, okay. Let me try.
Let's play just a minute.
Okay.
This is Just a Minute.
All right. Tell us, what was the topic on Monday on the show?
I don't know.
Skip. What is the full meaning of NCDC?
Nigeria Center for Disease Control.
That's correct. Could you tell me what show would come up at 3 p.m. today?
3 p.m. Hot Pack.
All right, that's correct. All right. What happens on What's Up Lagos tomorrow? Tomorrow is a Wednesday.
Skip.
How old is Nigeria Info this year?
10 years. 10 years.
That's correct. What is the full meaning of Johesu?
Johesu. Joint. Johesu. Junior. Joint Health Sector Union. Johesu.
Yeah, I'll give it to you just like that.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to you. Got about how many questions? 1, 2, 3, 4 questions correct. Hang on there. Someone will get your number and we'll call it a day indeed on this side. Guys, you can play just a minute on any of our shows. After me and after us, the Tekes, you get to also play on the Sunny Side, and you can also play the on Hard Facts and the Morning Crossfire tomorrow. That's it for the show today. That's it for the conversation today on gaslighting. And thank you so much for being a part of the broadcast. We must say a big thank you to the entire team, Ruth Kadri, Dikbo Mowari, and the host of others who made it possible for us to have a great show today. Do not forget, write a strong self-concept and know who you are so that nobody will gaslight you and make you feel less of yourself. If you're in a relationship that you feel that you're being gaslighted from what we said, don't forget not to cause an argument. It's not fire for fire. It's you understanding the position and then walking away safely. And that will be from us. On behalf of the Tekers, I'm Collins. Teke, the microphone heavyweight. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. And God bless our homes indeed. We'll see you again.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.